The Indiana Fever's social media team has gone full savage mode, and I'm so here for it. What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. The Indiana Fever are taking no prisoners this season, and they have just launched their new marketing campaign with the tagline, "Now You Know." So I actually made a full TikTok about this yesterday because I saw this thread on Twitter. I was shocked by it. I was pleasantly shocked and surprised. I thought it was so cool and so savage. And then when I log onto social media today, I see the official trailer commercial video that they put out for this Now You Know campaign. So first, before we jump into anything, you guys, I want to show you this video that the Indiana Fever released today.
Some say we arrive because the world knows our name. Now you know, that was never the destination. From the court to the culture, we own the moment. We're not here to chase greatness. We're here to claim it. Our ambitions don't fit into headlines or highlight reels. Our road games sound like home games because our fans don't ask for permission to dominate. So if you thought we arrived,
two more for Boston.
Now you know. We're not here for the moment. We're here for the takeover.
It's so good, and it's such a stark difference from what we saw from the Indiana Fever and essentially the entire WNBA last season. I feel like the Indiana Fever last season were a team that just went to work, didn't say much, just let their on-court play speak for itself. Like, they were at the center of all of the drama within the WNBA. Like, everybody was coming after the Indiana Fever and coming after their fans, and they really just didn't say a word. They kind of just stayed focused, went to work, didn't let the outside noise get to them. And then here we have today, basically clapping back at all of that and proving that they know that they are the moment, they are the Showtime team, they are the biggest team currently in the WNBA. This kind of stuff is not only good for the Indiana Fever, it's good for the entire WNBA. Of course, we have the Indiana Fever being that premier team in the WNBA. They are the team that has the most fans. Like they said, every away game turns into a home game. Like, they know that they have that fan base. But with that, there are other teams that do have solid fan bases, and things like this, if you're an Indiana Fever fan, you get super excited about something like this. If you're not an Indiana Fever fan, if you're, say, a New York Liberty fan or a Las Vegas Aces fan, this riles you up even more. So when you are going to these games where they are playing against the Indiana Fever, you are going to be more excited, more just amped up to see this. There are more rivalries, and the competitive nature of these games are heightened because of little things like this. It's almost like friendly trash talk without calling out any teams in particular. Yesterday, they kind of teased this with a whole thread of basically the voiceover that was in this video, and that's what I made my TikTok about. Some of the things that stood out to me, obviously, our ambitions are bigger than headlines and highlight reels. And I thought this was hilarious because they used a photo of Caitlin Clark when she crossed up JC Sheldon. And if you guys aren't aware of that little, you can call it a rivalry, call it, I don't even know what to call it. These two went up against one another through college, and then when they got to the WNBA, JC Sheldon was the player who was guarding Caitlin Clark. It seems like these two players, maybe they don't like each other, but when they go up against one another, there is trash talk, it gets physical, it's always just like a sight to see. JC Sheldon doesn't even play for the Wings anymore, but they use this, and people who know about this get invested because, like, okay, that was a choice. That was a choice to use this photo. And I think that actually is one of the only photos that they used for this campaign where they used a player from the other team. And here Caitlin Clark is crossing her up. Another one, obviously, our road games sound like home games, and our fan base doesn't ask for permission to show up and dominate. Now, what I also think is hilarious is that they took that a step further. So if you go to the team store, the Indiana Fever's team store, you will see that they have a brand new t-shirt that they are selling. And that t-shirt says, "Every game is a home game." And then on the back, it says, "Now you know," with a sold out banner with all of their basically schedule. It's like a tour t-shirt and it says every game is a home game. They are leaning in to what we have known since last season. We knew that this was the Indiana Fever. We knew that they were breaking barriers. We knew that they were breaking records. We knew that they were selling out. We knew that they were causing other teams to move their games to other arenas. Now they're standing on it. And I love that for them. I love that for them and I love that for the league, because I think what a lot of people were missing last season, when there was so much pushback to this new popularity and fame that the WNBA and specifically the Indiana Fever was garnering, there was pushback to that. But if you lean into it, once again, it grows not only this team, but it grows every single team in this league. Like, now the Indiana Fever is talking. Now they're going to have to live up to the things that they are saying. I guarantee you, when the Indiana Fever, when it comes a day where they lose on the road, where their every game is a home game, that other team is going to start talking back. And that in itself, it just creates that good drama that I've been talking about. You know, we don't like the drama where it gets nasty and it gets toxic and it actually hurts the game and hurts the product. This is the good drama that I'm talking about. This is the stuff where we're going to get that little smack talk here and there. We're going to see new rivalries form in this new 2025 season. Another thing that I thought was really funny, just going back to the video, and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place here, but I'm trying to articulate my points. There's this shot of Caitlin Clark kind of in this movie theater thing, and there's a bunch of fans behind her. And one of those t-shirts says, "They not like us." And I also just, it's funny. The details of this video, I thought it was done great. And I also love the fact that they did focus in on the big three of this Indiana Fever team. Obviously, they have new pieces, but Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston were the focus of this video, and just honing in on that core group that they stuck together through last season, now heading into this season. I thought it was executed perfectly. Now, I also want to talk about a video that the WNBA put out just today, and it says the road to tip-off begins May 2nd. Tune into preseason and get ready for your first look at the new squads, rookie debuts, and rivalry matchups you don't want to miss. It all starts here. This video I also thought was so well done, and also such a stark contrast to maybe what they would have posted last year. And I need to give credit where credit is due. I feel like already going into this season, there's a new energy with the WNBA, and it's so much less of the drama and toxicity that we saw last year that was kind of casting a cloud over the league. I want to show you this video and just talk through with you guys some things that stood out to me.
We have never seen anything like the attendance, the ratings, and the interest. The energy surrounding the WNBA this year is unprecedented.
How about this skill just dripping across this floor?
The movement of women's sports is here, and it's stronger than ever.
Putting on a show from three.
Sometimes you gotta pop off and show.
It's just infectious. If you get someone to a game,
one of the league's brightest stars.
That's baby food down there. All season long, this is what she's been doing. Get a seat in the arena. There's nothing like being at the game.
Well, welcome to the WNBA, Rook.
So what I love about this video is they're showcasing the biggest names in the WNBA in this video. They hand selected Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Nafisa Collier, Paige Beckers. Now they are putting in Haley Van Lith, a clip of Haley Van Lith when she is in college, Skylar Diggins. We have Kiki Ariafin. We have Sabrina Ionescu. We have Erike Ogunbowale. They are picking and choosing the names that they know move the needle. They're not saying, oh, we need to pay homage to those who came before. No, they're picking the best players that move the needle, that are great for marketing, and they're putting those players in this video like any business would do. You pick the things that will help your business to advance, and that's what they are doing in this video with the players that they chose, with the audio that they chose to voice over, talking about how the WNBA is growing, talking about the rookies, how excited they are. There was such this pushback on the rookies last season, and we've turned a corner, and this is just great. This is great news across the board. And when I saw this video, I was like, this wouldn't have been the same video that they did last season. It just wouldn't. There was just a whole different energy, and it's different now, and I'm so excited for that. And I think it's really cool. I think the WNBA or the people working within the WNBA and working with these different organizations, they cleaned house in a few places, or they got together and said, hey, this is our new marketing strategy. We have a product right now that can be massive. We need to capitalize on it. We need to do the things that we need to do and not worry about hurting people's feelings in the process, because at the end of the day, those hurt feelings are going to end up making more money and growing because of what we do here. Lastly, really quick, I wanted to talk about a post from Rebecca Lobo. She said, what a difference a year makes in terms of the Indiana Fever's early schedule. Last year, they started with one of the toughest stretches in WNBA history. This year's early schedule is much friendlier. So last year in 2024, the Fever had 11 games in 20 days, 5 home, 6 away, and 2 back-to-backs. And in 2025, they have 11 games in 32 days, 7 home, 4 away, and 0 back-to-back. And that was something too that people were like, what the heck? They are just throwing the Indiana Fever in here, stacking the beginning of their season, and then wondering why the Indiana Fever wasn't able to perform, why these players were tired, and why they actually performed so much better after the Olympic break. I just thought that this was interesting, and it's also a testament to the WNBA just doing better in general, figuring out what works, how to properly set up their players, set up these teams for success so they can put out a great product to the fans and keep these new fans around who are here now and are so excited about the start of the season. And obviously the Indiana Fever being that premier team, being the team that has 41 out of 44 games nationally televised, being that team that everyone wants to see, they have to make sure that they're setting them up for a great product, because in the same vein, with every one of those 41 games that they will be playing against, they will be playing against another team in the WNBA, which means that all of those eyeballs that are tuning in to watch the Indiana Fever will also be watching whoever they are going up against. Hopefully this video wasn't too all over the place, but I did want to talk about that because I just think it's really cool and it's fun and it's savage, and I love that. I love this savage, cocky energy, and they're going to have to live up to it. And we will just have to see if they do. But of course, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Ooh-ee-na.